Hi, I'm T. I'm a second year biochemist at Magdalene College. I am quite viciously Colombian, very evidently Colombian. I grew up in West London and I went to your average Catholic girls' day school. Pretty much all the time I was coming back and forth between London and Cali, Colombia, which is where I'm from. And I had to relearn English about 3 or 4 times in my childhood because it just kind of meant nothing to me. It wasn't anything that I held a passion for or anything. Colombia has always been everything for me. And Colombia will always be everything for me. That's all my family, that's my culture, that's my food. That's even to this day when I'm talking to other people at uni and they mention these British customs and British dishes or whatever, I'm still lost. I still struggle. Obviously pressure from any ethnic family that, they always say, I moved to England, I did all of this, I left my culture, I left my people, I don't even speak the language, for you and your education. So it was very important to my family that I excel in academia. And when I told them that I was going to Oxford, basically a national holiday in Colombia, everyone knew, everyone was involved in my Oxford process. I say that it's almost unfortunate that I had no fears or worries about coming to a place like this as a Black person and as a Black Colombian person, because in all the spaces that I had occupied before in my entire academic life, I was the only Black person, or I was the only Colombian person, and all the spaces that I occupied were predominantly white. So I sort of was prepared to not see other Black people. I was prepared to be one of 5 in a year of 100. So I had no pressures and no worries about that. And I say that it's unfortunate because it meant that I've never really had a supportive group of people of color in my academic circles. And that I feel like that's a part that I really needed and that I just completely did not have at all. Even though this is Oxford and, the higher you go in academic ranks and stuff, the whiter it does get, I feel like I have a stronger support system of people of color around me now than I've ever had in my entire academic life. So although I was pretty prepared in a sense to be in these sort of places that are so white and be in these white circles, my actual experience, especially towards the start, was in a way worse, because you don't realize how easy it is to be overwhelmed by just how white these places are. Because beyond the people, even the architecture and traditions remind you that although Oxford has a rich history and it is interesting, throughout this entire history, the people that were making these decisions and the people that were saying these things didn't count you as a human for most of the time that Oxford has been around. So it was definitely sort of a shock to the system when you remember those things. It was also a lot better than I expected because I found other people of color that were in the exact same boat as me and were needing and providing the support that I needed. I would say that I am very fortunate in the fact that I am very free to be able to express my culture and my traditions and just tell people about Colombia, because I don't ever shut up about Colombia, I really don't. And so Oxford has given me the perfect opportunity to be able to do it, because nobody here knows anything about Colombia. They immediately go, oh yeah, I watched Narcos that one time, but that isn't who we are, at all. And so being able to really tell people hey, this is the experience that I have had as a Colombian and as an Afro-Colombian, and have them really take that on and really embrace it in a way has been amazing, and it's been really great. Honestly, maybe second week of Michaelmas or first year, I had all my flatmates dancing to salsa in my room, and that was beautiful because I was able to give them a bit of Colombia and plant my little Colombian seed, and I love doing that. I don't think Oxford is doing enough. I think they've got really good at telling people that they are making these conscious efforts to make Oxford a much more accessible and intersectional place. But at the same time, they're refusing to admit that at its roots, this institution as a whole is based off of whiteness and elitism. And the systems that are in place and the way that they go about carrying things out here only help whiteness and elitism thrive. And that was particularly evident in the past few months, especially with the BLM movement, because everyone here had just sort of gone back to acting like nothing's happened, like everything's fine, that, Oxford is still thriving for its POC students and for its black students and for its minorities. But it really isn't, because they're not putting the right people in the positions or giving them the right amount of power to actually be able to carry out these things. So it's just all talk. And that's kind of how I feel about my college as well. I would definitely like to see colleges and the university as a whole really listen to their BMU students and really set up a scheme or a genuine support system that isn't just other stressed out POC students, that gives these BMU students the opportunity to go and receive the support that they need, because every BMU student's experience is different. It is diminutive to just group all of us together and group all of our needs and experiences together, and therefore I would really love to see a system where you could go ask for the things that you need to support you in this experience, because it isn't an easy experience, and have those needs met, especially since those needs can be met. This place has a lot of money, these colleges have a lot of power and have a lot of connections, and could easily accommodate for all the needs of their students if they wanted to, and that they don't want to. They're not being forced to. And so having this set in place would really make them accountable. I would say that my overall experience of Oxford so far has been as rewarding as it has been painful, because I'm not gonna lie, things are hard. The pace, the work, the stress, it is difficult, and it is very easy to get quickly overwhelmed by it. But that in no way takes away from the fact that this can be a very special place and you can thrive and have the good time that you deserve to have here because you worked hard to get here. And no matter how hard it gets, I wouldn't change the fact that I go to Oxford. To any prospective students, I'd say honestly just go for it. There's nothing stopping you but yourself. You have so much to give and so much to learn and so much to grow, and really help you see that you deserve good things and you deserve to have a good time. And yes, things are difficult and things are hard and things definitely need to change. How can they change if people like you don't come here and make that change happen?